to have emGuarde in your home, protecting you and your family around you in your home, and you also get your ticket to open a business opportunity. That's what the company wants you to do. All you need to do is invest in our products. You get to run a business out of it. We have offices all around the world. We're very excited. Our most recent office was opened by my leader, Simon. If you heard how Simon presented, he is an amazing presenter. I've learned so much from him, but he actually went and opened the office in Nigeria. We see those offices all around the world. You're like, wow, this is a global company. We have offices all around the world, 25 countries, 42 locations worldwide. So if you know some friends who are like, oh, I think they'd be really interested in it, invite them to this public demo. Give them a taste of how this product not only has a reputable company, a 49-year-old private Japanese company, but it's also a business plan with it. Once again, our company has been 49 years, and we're very proud because we have our ISO 13485, which means it's medical use for our Kangen water machines. And it's endorsed by Dr. Hiruma. A lot of doctors have endorsed this product, Kangen water machines. This is mostly on Kangen water machines. But as I was saying, if those of you who have joined earlier, came on time, I recently went to the Osaka factory 2 weeks ago, actually a week and a half ago. I just came back yesterday, and I took some pictures of what the factory looks like. They're very strict on what we can take pictures and videos of, so we couldn't take of everything because they want to protect, and there's protocols and procedures set in place, but these are the pictures that I'm allowed to show you. So me and my team, we went there, we're very excited. We saw the medical plates inside the Kangen water machine. We saw how each Kangen water machine has been made. I just want to show it to you here. So why this emGuarde business? Why I chose this is because there's so many different qualities and values of this business that will benefit you. Number one, there's no monthly qualifications. Number two, there is no stocks to keep. You don't have to keep any stocks. The company does it for you. You don't have any annual renewal. This is based on your group accumulative sales, which I'll explain a little bit more later. It is a global business. You get to have a global business if you work hard and put your effort into it. It's also a patented compensation plan. They have legacy income inherited, which means that once you reach a rank that you want or had, you're forever that rank. And what more, you get to pass down this rank to your children, to your next of kin. Let me ask you a question. If you've worked for another company and all the salary that you accumulated or you've saved, would you be able to pass it down to your children by working for another company? Not really, right? It's either you own the business and you get to pass it down to your children, but guess what? emGuarde business gives you that opportunity, gives you that option to pass it down and inherit to your children. That's what I love about emGuarde business. It's an untapped market. emGuarde is so new in this business. It's so new in this market. The technology itself is not new because it's been around for some time now, but the market, I'm telling you, the market is new. They're not just in Malaysia, we have countries all around the world. Everyone with a handphone needs an emGuarde. So I'm going to blow your mind a little bit. Anyone with an emGuarde, any family needs an emGuarde. It's the next essential home device. So there are different types of commission. There are so many, but I'm only going to go through with you the first, only one type, which is the 8-point commission system. And the reason why is the number 8, which I will explain to you later. So this is based on a direct sales. We have a membership on Direct Sales Association. But if you've never heard of what direct sales means if you start with an emGuarde and you sell it to your friend who buys it from you, that is called direct sales. But if your friend, for example, Samantha, who bought the emGuarde for you, says I like this emGuarde, I want to introduce it to my auntie, and she sells it to her auntie, that is called an indirect sale. So your direct sale plus your indirect sale will give you your total group sales. And that's what we like. Total group sales from you and your team. This is the career path of emGuarde. They're very transparent. This company, Japanese company, is very transparent. You can find it on their website. But if you see here, 6A, there's a 6A rank, 6A2, 6A2-2, and there's a 6A2-3. Wow, what does this mean? It means that your rank actually determines your accumulation of your commission. Now 6A, which means that you would have sold 200, I'm saying 200 for emGuarde, 100 is for Kangen. 200 plus group sales, you would have reached a rank of 6A. And you have 2 people under you, that's also a 6A. That means each of them also have done 200 plus emGuarde group sales. Then you would have become 6A2, which it will make a lot of sense later on. But I want to bring your attention to this rank, this gold font right here called a 6A2-3, which means that you get a 25,000 one-time reward and a 5,000 monthly income. And not only that, my friends, guess what? This company pays in USD. Woohoo! I love it. I love how this company pays in USD. So we're going to go through the first point, the 8-point commission system. Now, earlier I mentioned that the emGuarde detail price is 6,620. Every time an emGuarde is sold, the company sets aside 2,400 per sale for distributors like you and me. For those who are in this business. This is based on Malaysian calculation, all right, numeration. And the 2,400 that is set aside is split into 8 parts. That's why it's called the 8-point commission system. 2,400 divided by 8, it will be 300 per slice. So just like a cake, you cut it into 8 pieces, 300 ringgit per slice. We have also what we call the ranks in this business model. Earlier, I was telling you about how there's 8-point commission system. I will show you how it correlates and how it blends it together. Now, when you start your emGuarde, for example, you sold your first and second direct sale, you would have received 300 per point. You become 1A rank. 1A, which means one agent, you would have received 300 ringgit per point for your first and second direct sale. Your third direct sale, you would have become a 2A, which means 300 ringgit times 2. That way, your third to the 10th, each emGuarde sale, your commission you'll get is 600. And it goes on and it grows. After 10 cumulative emGuarde group sales, your next direct sale, you become a 3A, which means 300 times 3, 900 for each emGuarde sale. And it keeps going on. 4A, when you become a 4A, you've made 20 group sales and your next direct sale, 21. Every emGuarde sale is 1,200 and it keeps going on. When you become a 5A is when you have 50 cumulative emGuarde group sales. Your next direct sale, that means your 51st sale, you become a 5A. Every emGuarde sale is 1,500. And lastly, if you achieve more than 200 accumulative emGuarde group sales, your next direct sale, which means your 201 or group sale, you become a 6A, which means 6 times 300, which is 1,800 per sale. Okay, that's what we love about this business. The ranks, we can build its leverage income. Not only you get active income from direct sale, you get leverage income from building a team, and also a passive income of 6A2-3. And that's what we want. The company is open and transparent in how they have paid out their commissions. Now, let's say you want to start in this business. You invest in an emGuarde, 6,620 or 276 per month installment, 0%, 0 interest free. You start in this business, let's count how much commission you might potentially have. Yeah, let's do it together. Now, you come in with an emGuarde, and let's say you sold it to your first friend named Tom. First friend named Tom, remember earlier with the business model, first direct sale, you become a 1A, which means how much of commission would you have gotten? You would have gotten 300. And then your next direct sale, you sell it to, for example, to Alex. And your second direct sale is still your 1A, which means you still get 300 ringgit. Now, look at this. Your third direct sale, if you remember that business model here, your third direct sale, you become a 2A. You sell it to Rose. How much of commission would you have gotten? 2 times 300, which means you would have gotten a commission of 600 from a sale of rose. Let's look back into 1A, Tom. Tom says, you know what? I have a friend, Grace, who loves this business. She wants to do this business. She saw the vision of how emGuarde does, how it helps you with your health, and she wants to do this business. How much of commission would you have gotten? You would have also gotten 300. So the same, Grace, she loves this business, sells Polly sells it to Arthur. You would have still gotten 300 from each sale. And I love about this business because it's leverage income. They make an income, you also make an income. Now let's move on. You sell your next direct sale to Kim, still a 2A. And Kim, guess what? From Kim, you get 600. Why? Because 2A, we always follow back your lane. 2A, which means 2 times 300 will be 600 from Kim. Now, if Kim sees the big picture of this business and she says, I love the 6A2-3, I want that passive income, she starts to grow her business. She shares it to Ali, Abu, and Ani. And guess what? From each sale, you would have gotten 600 from Ali, 600 from Abu, 600 also from Ani. This is called an indirect sale and also a leverage income. So 600 times 3, you can count it yourself. Now, after 10 cumulative group sales, your next direct sale, you sell it to May, you become a 3A, which means 300 times 3 for this emGuarde sale. You would have gotten 900. Now, let's look back at Kim. Imagine Ani, under Kim, looks in this and she's like, I want to do this business too. She sells it to Bryce. You would have gotten 600. And so the same, she sells it to Ben, to Bob. You would still have gotten 600 because why? It's still under the 2A franchise lane. We follow back which lane this group fall under. So if this group falls under 2A, even though you've already been a 3A, it's the commission payout still follow under the 2A because it's under your 2A lane. Now Bob sells to Joe 600, Jack, and also John. You would have still gotten 600. Now, let me ask you a question here. Let's take a pause. If John sells it to Don, how much do you think you would have gotten? A lot of people will say, hey, I think I would have gotten 600 too, right? Now, remember earlier, I was telling you about that cake, the 8 pieces, the 8-point commission system. This is where it comes to play. Now, there's only 8 pieces of pie given out. We cannot give more than that. So for example, John sells it to Don. Don is John's 1A, which means he gets 1 point. So John gets a point. Bob is 2A, he gets a point, 2 points. Ani gets 2 points. Kim gets 2 points. And guess what? You get 1 point. Why? Because 8 points have been given out, 7 points have been given out, left over 1 more point for you. So from this sale, you would have gotten 300 instead of 600. Yeah? So a lot of people say like, ooh, I don't like this. Like, I used to get 600 and now only get 300 when my group grows deeper. Is that a good sign? I want more money, you know? But let me tell you something. This is how the company sustained itself for 49 years. It's not a startup company. It's been sustaining itself for 49 years with this 8-point cut off. So let's move on. When John sells to Dave, you get 300. When John sells to Dan, John eventually becomes a 2A. Why? Because he has 3 direct sales under him now, which means he becomes a rank of 2A. So let's count how much of commission you would have gotten from Dan's sale. So let's count together. John now is a 2A, he gets 2 points. Bob, 2 points. Ani gets 2 points. Kim gets 2 points. And guess what? No more points left over for you because the pies, all the 8 points have been given out. No more pie for you. And then you go like, oh my gosh, from 600 now to 300 and now to 0? Now we call this a non-8A sale. A non-8A sale does not count for your group sales if you're not a 6A. Which means, is this a good thing? Well, you don't receive any commission. But guess what? It means that your team is growing. And if you look at this, we're not even to 4A, 5A, or 6A, but look at this chart. I want you to see the bigger picture. Where does the money come in? Does the money come in from your direct sale, or does the bigger money comes in from your indirect sale? The bigger money comes in from your indirect sale. And the company is dropping you hints already like, hey, you want to build this business, you got to build a team. Don't do this business by yourself. That's the number one mistake that a lot of people do when they start this business. They want to become the best salesman in the world. No, we're not in the business for that. We are in the business of building teams, of leverage income, and we're going to get to that rank together. That's why it's so important to find business builders in your team. So that's a really gold nugget that I've dropped for you there. Now let's continue. Your next direct sale after 20 group sale, for example, you sell your next direct sale to Tony. You become a 4A, which means 4 times 300 will equal to 1,200 per sale from Tony. Tony. And guess what? If it keeps going on, you find another diamond business builder like Simon. For anyone here who knows Simon Lowe, he is an amazing diamond. But he's already in this business, but you got to go out and find your diamond. Your next direct sale, you become a 5A. After 50 group sales, each sale that you've gotten from this 5A line will be 1,500 with the 8-point cutoff. And lastly, after 200 group sales, you find another diamond like Sam. And Sam, imagine he sells it to 10 other people. So 1,800 times 10 will be 18,000 for that sale. So imagine the money can really grow with this business. If you're a 6A, each emGuarde that comes in, it will be 1,800, and with 10 sale, it will be 18,000 ringgit. It's a lot of money. So now I want to draw your attention once more. The company has given you big hints that the business, the money comes in when you build a team. We already have an amazing product like emGuarde. Let me just end this show right here. Stop sharing. Right. Once again, you saw what emGuarde does. How EMR is a problem nowadays. It is a global problem, it's a pandemic problem, not just in Malaysia. We have other countries around the world that also has EMR. It is a global problem. Do we have a solution for it? Yes, we do. We have emGuarde that harmonizes EMR radiation for protecting you and your family from potential EMR risk up to 8 meters coverage of up to 5 years. Do we have a market for it? My friends, this is a huge market. You saw that we have 25 offices worldwide. We've already launched in Malaysia, we've launched in Singapore, we're slowly moving to other countries. If you have friends all around the world, get them to watch this presentation next Wednesday. Because why? It is a global market. This is a new innovation that's never before seen. People are looking for a solution, and you have it, my friend. So yes, we have a great market. And do we have an amazing business plan with it? Yes, we do. We have an 8-point commission system and a compensation plan that has been openly sharing from the Enagic company. And lastly, a good support system of a team. You have to go back to the person who invited you to this presentation. Ask them, hey, can you tell me more about emGuarde? Hey, Eunice was mentioning about how this and that. Ask them questions. Ask them about how the payment plan has been made. Or if emGuarde has not come to your country just yet, ask the person to invite you here. Strategize with them. Hey, how can we introduce this to people that I know who are interested in this business? Remember, the company has given you hints. You have to build a team. So with that, I've ended my presentation on the business model. I hope that for those of you who have joined me, thank you, Mihaly. I know you're tuning in from around the world. For those of you who watch this, if you have seen a lot of value from this presentation, type in the word value, V-A-L-U-E. If you've seen a lot of value from this presentation, or if you learn one thing from this presentation, type in value in the group chat. Yeah. So once again, my name is Eunice. Thank you. Awesome. Something to look forward to. Yes. So we have, I'm really excited to share with you. Oh, actually 2 things I want to share with you. In Malaysia, we had this huge event called EKW. Now, for those of you in Malaysia, my friends, or those of you in Singapore, you do not want to miss this. This is a huge event at EKW. It is happening on the, let's see where it is. It's happening on the 14th of January, if I can pull it up real quick. 14th of January, EKW is when you want to gain more clarity in this business. Now, EKW is where a lot of people have closed sales and actually got a lot of business and builders out of EKW, but you have to invite them to this event. It's a do not want to miss event. Oh, I think my laptop is just lagging right there for a little bit. But yeah, EKW is an amazing event. It's happening on the 14th of January. If you want to come, buy your tickets. We have the link from the office out right now. And the second thing that I wanted to, first thing is, the EKW that's happening. You don't want to miss that, January 14th in Malaysia itself. And the next thing I want to show you is, for those of you who are still here, I will show you the video of the emGuarde factory. If you haven't gotten confidence about what this company is or who this company is with, I'm going to show you real quick in less than 2 minutes of what I've seen in emGuarde factory. So for those of you who have to go, you're more than welcome to go. Don't forget to buy your EKW tickets from Malaysia, and also tune in next Wednesday. Bring more friends in and see this presentation together. You'll never know, you'll build a business out of it. So once again, the presentation's over, but I'll show you the video of my time in Osaka factory in less than 2 minutes. Let me share this screen right here. Share screen. Right. All right.
This video. Arsenic water. This is a cold the chamber.
And this is where the electricity current machine right here. Safest and healthiest routine. So 1, 3, 4, 8, 5, which means that every
Unfortunately, in Osaka factory, it is house all cares.
Okay. All right, that was the emGuarde Osaka factory where all your Kangen water machines been made. How this emGuarde, one of the factories of emGuarde in Japan. We make it a yearly trip. Next year, they're gonna have their 50th anniversary, emGuarde's 50th anniversary in June. I believe that the offices have sent out links inviting you all on their platform. So go register, come to the event, meet other distributors like me. I'll be there in June. So I hope to see you there in Japan. You could come up to me and say like, hey, I joined your presentation, and finally we get to meet in person. Yes, it'll be great. So we have a lot of events lined up. The EKW happening on the 14th of January in Malaysia. Don't miss that. And we have the 50th anniversary of emGuarde celebrating their 50th year in June in Okinawa. You don't want to miss that. Register for that event and come and meet us all. So that's the end of my presentation.